One. And we alive. Grand Rising, beautiful, melanated, original, whatever you respectfully call yourself, people. The nation is in the house. Shout out to Mind Games Uncut. Angie, Clear as Conscious.
So
Oh.
no.
Queen Kathy B, follow her. And Queen Lynn, Black Love. So y'all see the title. The title is Black Women for Trump. Are black men being told who to vote for? And are these other women black women? You know, we got the black women that we don't know if black there's black women telling black men what to do. You know, I know y'all done seen it with Obama and everybody telling black men. Everybody is mad with the black man because the black man said a lot of black men say they're not voting for Trump. But let's talk about it.
Warning, the following program contains strong black first opinion about mature and strong subject matter that affects black America and the diaspora as a whole. Listen at your own risk, you sissy.
Grand Rising All. You are listening to the one and only Be One or None. Good morning from Africatown, Los Angeles.
We in. My bad. I got a little helper right here, and she dancing to the intro.
What it do? What it do?
What's up, party people?
Party people. Okay, we're gonna jump right into this. I got some videos to play. I think y'all already done heard about Obama telling black men, you know, like everybody's ridiculing the black man because a majority of black men are saying that they're not gonna vote for Kamala. And then you got a lot of people going against black women who want to vote for Trump. The problem is every race get to make their own decisions, but here we go, being shuffled along like sheep to the slaughter, being told what to do, whether we're black men or black women. What y'all got to say about that?
I said they need to leave us alone.
Yes. And then my other thing is Kamala. We already established that we say Kamala is not black. And do you notice the women that have so much to say don't even really, it's like these people that got a little touch of black in them are telling everybody else what to do. Ain't nobody telling nobody to vote for Trump and all that stuff. But let's talk about Sunny Holston, the one from The View. I'm just going to play a little bit of what she say, because they're not just telling us what to do. They're insulting our kings. But my problem with a lot of black men, these are the women that they run after, the majority of them.
Of white women that voted for him in 2020. We've got to reach those women. We've got to reach those ridiculous, crazy black men that did vote for Trump. We've got to reach those people. We've got to reach the Cuban men in Miami that overwhelmingly voted for Trump. I don't know what their hearts look like.
Do I need to play that again?
Well, hold on. We want to apologize to you all because we did not give forewarning for you to take your device to the nearest toilet so you can vomit as she was speaking. So we do apologize. Please, you might want to get you a barf bag for some of these clips with fair use warning because it's going to make you sick.
Oh, yes. This is for the fair use warning. So everything that we're talking about is for educational purposes only. We want to educate you on how they keep us as being slaves and how they keep the black man under their feet and blame the black woman for demeaning the black man.
Facts.
Black women are blamed for demeaning and not loving black men. And black men will take this ridicule, the disrespect and everything from non-black women, or partially, let's just say a little touch of black in them. People like Kamala, she's running for presidency off of the offer the guys that she's a black woman. She didn't feel like she had to put up nothing. She didn't have to offer the black people nothing. And black people in whole are saying that ain't enough. And I want to play something else. I think I'm gonna turn on my camera a little bit so that y'all can see. Hold on, I want to pull it up. I gotta take my phone off. Hold on 1 second. I gotta take my phone off. But I want to show you the women that are surrounding Kamala, even though she said, what is her famous line? No, I'm not going to do anything that's only going to benefit black people, but I'm going to run as a black person. And I think you should give me your vote because I say I'm black, even though I'm not going to do anything for black people. And then she comes out with the thing, oh, well, I'm going to give this to black men, because that should have been a slap in the face right then when she came back out and said she's going to give business loans and all this stuff for black men that'll benefit everybody. She said what she said, and she said it in a different way, and it was an insult when she came back out and said this is what she's going to do for black men. Do y'all know what I'm talking about?
She said she gonna give them weed, didn't she? After she locked them up for weed.
Yes, but then she said, but it's going to benefit everybody. So these students, government, what is it? Down payment assistance, $50,000 for business, new starter businesses. That's not for black men. That's for everybody. That's for immigrants. The reason why she won't close the border is because she's an immigrant. Let me show you her Latino campaign manager. Hold on 1 second. I'm trying to get my video together.
Power of organizing together, of using our voice, using our votes to make a difference, not just for our own lives, but for other people's lives. And that's, a tradition that I bring with me into this campaign. We are up against a lot. There's a lot at stake in this election, especialmente para nuestras familias, para nuestra comunidad, para nuestra gente. We have the choice this election to elect Vice President Kamala Harris, someone who is a daughter of immigrants, who grew up in a middle-class family, who has at every turn of her career demonstrated that she is fighting for our families, for our communities, and for our future, versus Donald Trump, un hombre que he despises our community, and he has continuously attacked our community in ways that are not just foul, but they're dangerous. And we've seen that play out in instances like we saw in El Paso and in other places.
Do you believe that Vice President Harris has a better chance of winning this state, Arizona, than President Biden? And if so, why?
Well, I believe that, the core coalition of voters that we need to win here in Arizona are voters that the vice president has a really strong appeal with. When we look at young voters, Latino voters, women voters, we know that, reproductive rights is on the ballot here in Arizona.
Did you hear her say anything about black people? Did Latino voters, young voters, women voters?
Nope.
See how they lump black into everything
that
so
black
everybody can benefit?
That black and brown coalition is bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Black people gotta get away from that. I don't think a lot of black people
That's
buy
her
that anymore.
campaign manager.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. God damn it. Shit. I mean, hell. Yeah. That whole people of color thing. I mean, she just came to here to Atlanta, and she's at the old Eddie Long Church at New Birth. That other fake pastor, what's his name, from B-More, from Baltimore? What's the name?
Jamal Bryant.
Yeah, that bastard cheating
Jamal,
on his wife.
the same church that the rapist.
Exactly. You cheat on your wife and you mess with Chief of BBL. You talking about how we don't respect the black woman, man. I wish I was at that church. I don't give a damn about these black churches like that no more. They all fake as hell. And she up here, they all don't got pink on and stuff. Black people are so stupid. I'm sorry, man. Some of our people, I can't believe that many black people still go to church because they all been misled. You know what I'm saying?
And all you got to do is throw out a scripture, And what did she say? Did y'all watch? I watched the clip of it. I watched the commentary, and she was like, and what did the scripture say? What did what is it called? Weeping endures for a night, but joy comes in the morning. And everybody's hooping and hollering and crying and speaking in tongues. I'm like, what are we applauding? What are we thanking God for? Where's the come on now, say it again real quick.
They better save some of that energy.
A lot of it. A lot of it. And here's my thing. You know, I don't think that it's necessary for anybody to tell somebody who to vote for and who not to vote for. I don't think that's what we're doing here. You know, you can have your opinion, but for these individuals to be out here caping and shaming people, that's what it is. It's bullying, it's cyberbullying, it's harassment.
Not people, Queen. Say what it is. Bullying black men and shaming black women, but bullying and shaming black men and shaming black women for having their own opinion.
And it's the Democrats that's doing it too.
Yes, it's the Democrats.
It's not the Republicans.
I want to play this again, and I just want you to listen. I want to see.
And I got one for you too. Once you're done with all yours.
Okay, I want you to pull out what you hear. It's her saying. Listen how Sunny Hostin on The View. She walks around with her hair crinkled. She don't look no different than Kamala. Did you just heard? And if all that's listening now, you got to replay this to hear the clip of Kamala, Latino campaign manager, and she's telling how she's going to get votes in Arizona. And I was tuned in because we got land in Arizona. So they're saying, oh, Latinos and women and everything. They say everything but black. That's why she's not getting black people votes, because we're tired of the half black people representing black but getting what they need for their people. Because Sunny Hostin, I don't know if you say you black, white, and Latino, but your family owned slaves. And this is what she had to say to black men. Listen how she described. She calls everybody else a man. Every other race can vote for who they want to in their interest of their best, in their best interest for their race. But listen to what she said.
White women that voted for him in 2020. We've got to reach those women. We've got to reach those ridiculous, crazy black men that did vote for Trump. We've got to reach those people. We've got to reach the Cuban men in Miami that overwhelmingly voted for Trump. I don't know what their hearts look like. Of white women that voted for him.
I mean to play that, but we got to reach the women, the white women. It's okay to call them white women. It's okay to say the Latino men that voted, but when it came out of black men, the insult comes behind it, and we're so used to being insult. The crazy, ridiculous, crazy black men who voted for Trump. And I don't see how nobody don't see how they do us as black people, how they belittle black men and blame it on a black woman.
Back.
Go ahead.
No respect.
And I got so you ready? Let me see. Make sure I got the right one. All right, let me see. All right, here we go. This is sister. So there's a convention with Democrats versus Republicans, and it's black Republicans versus the black Democrats. And this sister, boy, when I say she represented for the black man, sisters. Shout out to all the sisters in here right now, to the sisters on the panel, because these black women love black men. They with black men. You know what I'm saying? So they always talking about black women. Always talking about black women can't find a good man. All that junk. That's BS. Because these black women on the panel, they support black men. They got black men, you know, husband, boyfriend, however you want to do it. It don't matter. I'm just saying, like, I don't think they never talk about sisters like y'all, because y'all really ride for the black man. Even if you don't have a man, you still ride for the black man. So this is one of the sisters right here. She's a Republican. I've got a name, but it went viral on TikTok. Let me play it. Let me get it. Make sure it's the right one. Here we
okay,
go.
Good. And I want to say this while you're getting that.
Hold on. Let me go back. Hold on. All right, you gonna say something?
No, I was just gonna say they always talking about black women don't disrespect black men and this and that. And I'm gonna need black men to stand up, because they put down black women for having all these little black kids that's not mixed.
Yeah, exactly.
But they blame black women because black women keep trying with black men, and then the black woman is the one ending up holding the bag. And then they look at her, oh, you got 7 baby daddies. No, she gave a chance to 7 black men, and each one of them didn't do right. You think black women just sitting around saying, I don't want no baby daddy, I don't want no husband. If you do us right, we do you right. We're not making black men leave. But go ahead.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I like that. I agree with that 100%. It take 2 to make a baby. All right, let me see. Here we go. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Let me go back to the. Hold on. Let me do this. Let me hold on. Turn it down first. I'm trying to get it queued up first. Hold on, just for a sec. I did it on my what's the name, but I'm trying to find it. Come on, what the hell? Hold on.
Black men happen to be the best.
Appreciate that. Let me see. Okay, let me see. Let me cue this up. Okay, why in the hell? Okay, I see what I did wrong. Hold on. Oh yeah. There we go.
To be given a crutch when times get hard. If you look back over history, when a black woman can't feed her child, she gets a check from the government.
Yes.
When a black
Loud
man
and clear.
can't feed his child, he goes to jail. So for right now, we're not really concerned about whether somebody likes us. Black men have started to step and be more logical, and they're going to save the country. I think that the black community does actually need strong nuclear families, but not because we're black, but because that's the natural order. Because when God looked at man, he said it's not good for man to be alone. He gave him a woman. He didn't give him a village. He didn't give him the community. He said, be fruitful and multiply to this man and this woman. So it's supposed to be God, husband, wife, child. And that's the natural order. And that's why I think we can see some of the foolishness that we see in the black community, because we are out of order. And we can make up all of this stuff that sounds good. I'm from a single parent home, and I'm not somewhere cracked out in the streets selling my body. However, that is not ideal. It would have been better for me to be in God's order, to have a mother and a father to raise me. And that's just what it is. You know, the effect that it's had, we've had women for generations now saying that they don't need a man, and we have boys that don't want to be one.
Shot foul. Yeah. Hey, so and she's a Republican, so you know that part. But she was saying other stuff. I said, okay, because that's how the conservative think. But she right though. Like you have women, boys, because they don't have no kind of the women talking about they don't need no man. They ain't got no father. Because one thing people don't understand, you don't have to have that. The son. I mean, not the son. My fault, y'all. They have the father actually. How you can have an uncle, brother, grandfather, or just get people, men in the community to help raise that child. But yeah, she kept it real, man. I mean, and she's a Republican, and she was like, "Yeah, y'all up here trying to push this agenda."
That's her name. Broken to tradition. Say her name is Shamika Michelle.
Yeah, that's it. Yep, Shamika Michelle. Yep, yeah, she's the truth, man. A lot of the sisters, hey, on the conservative side, been standing up for the black man. Well, and that sister, and what's the name too? What's our sister who's worked for Barack Obama? When he made that comment, she spoke out. What's her name? Oh God, what's her name? Nora. God, what's the sister's name? I keep thinking about Nina Simone. Her name Nina.
Oh yeah, Nina.
Yeah,
I always call her Nina Simone too.
Yeah, she spoke up. She spoke up. So I gotta say, on the Democrat side, she spoke up. So sisters recognize, like, nah, we don't talk down the black man like that. I land my plane on that, y'all.
Well, the thing is, you're so Nina Turner. Thank you, Broken Traditions. You getting a straight up in this
Nina
chat.
Turner. He owned it, boy. He owned it tonight. Yeah, Nina Turner. That's her name. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, I mean that's what I was saying. Like when they expect, like when you look at Sunny Holston, when you take Kamala, these are people with black in them, but they don't represent me, because your grandparents don't look like my grandparents. Your grandparents, my great grandmother was made to walk in the sun when the slave master got mad at her. This is my great grandmother telling us this story. So they want us to think slavery was a long time ago, and it wasn't. He got mad at her because of her mouth. I get it, honestly. And he made her walk the field in the sun until the sun fried her brain. So I'm sick of people piggybacking on the black culture of America and telling black people what to do. And people like Sunny and Kamala, y'all come in with black skin, a touch of black skin, and then it's like you saying, black men, what? Y'all ridiculous. Don't you supposed to be following after the white woman or the black woman that looks close to white? What are you doing? It's like they tell it when I could not even, I'm just shocked at what I just played when she said the ridiculous black men that voted for Trump. But when it came to the white woman, they weren't ridiculous, dumb, dizzy, blonde-headed, blue-eyed white women. They were white women. It wasn't ridiculous Asian men. It was Asian men.
I think it's ridiculous that The View is still on air. I think that is highly ridiculous. I really do. All the passive aggressive bully type nonsense that they spew, and it's day after day after day. Like I feel like it should just get old. The foolishness that they sit up there and talk about. I land my plane. Ugh.
Yeah, it's just a representation, and then you got a lot of black women that's sitting around talking about, well, she is black. They are black. Well, we seen like Candace Owens has been going down Kamala's path, and I believe it because we see the picture with Kamala, a young Kamala, with her family in Indian attire. Is that not her grandmothers and aunts and cousins? That means we have a whole different tradition than them. So you cannot represent. That's why we don't have nobody that represents us in government. Because why? Because they don't want to represent us. They don't want nothing to they don't want us to have anything. They want us to they don't want to basically align. They don't want to help us with anything that we got going on for ourselves. They can't relate to our struggle. That's why they can't give us anything in our struggles. You got hurt when I played the other part with the campaign manager. She was talking about women rights and this and that. Nothing for black people. We're not worried about aborting our children. We're not dying off. They are.
Exactly. Man, I'm trying to find. It's a black preacher in Georgia. And she went to the voting poll. Now, I will say
Pablo was just in the house.
Yeah. So it was a sister from Georgia. She's a preacher. It went viral on TikTok. And I have heard you can't wear a campaign shirt. You can't wear Trump or Kamala. Whoever you vote for, you can't have that shirt on. She probably didn't know. And she had the hat on. And the black Democrats came at her, raising hell. So you can't have that. They made her take the hat off. And she made she did a video. Everything. That's all I can say. It is a rule that you can't have whoever you vote for like a shirt or hat on. So she was in the wrong for that. But she was spitting that knowledge. She was just talking about how black people are walking away from the Democratic Party and how she was brainwashed, for so long. It's a black preacher now. That sister was draped all down in Trump stuff, but I don't think you had to run to the other party, but I get it. You know what I'm saying? Just to make a statement. I voted for Cornel West, but yeah, sisters. I mean, like in Chicago, I'm trying to find one in Chicago. It's just too long, so we kind of queue it up, make it short. But what's that? Zoe Lee? She's a sister. She's in the LGBT community. A lot of people don't even talk about this. A lot of black LGBTQ people are walking away from the Democratic Party. They don't like the whole transgender thing, pushing on the kids and stuff. And Zoe Lee,
I don't blame them.
She's leaving. She's known, like she's a comedian, and she's leaving the drive for that too. Like, so she like, I'm black first before I'm LGBTQ. But of course,
that's what I was saying before and about other lives. I don't need to care about what you do in the bed, because to me, the only thing that make you LGBTQ is how you dress, what you do in your bed, or like that. That doesn't bother us. But I want to play this about Marcel Dixon. I think that's his name. I
was just thinking about him, wondering if he's the only American that voted, because a lot of people in politics are others.
Before you play it, Marcel Dixon is actually trying to fight for the seat where Jim Clyburn is in South Carolina, that district in South Carolina. Whoever in Jim Clyburn district, that's who Marcel Dixon is running against. So that's, if you live in South Carolina, vote for Marcel Dixon. I let my play.
Okay, let me play this. Pablo, can you hear us?
Crystal clear.
Okay.
Alongside white veterans in World War II, he remembers coming back and seeing his white veterans get homes and lands and pensions, and the door being slammed in his face. And we are going to say that America that says liberty and justice for all, that's okay. Get over it, keep it moving. While we have to hear never forget for everyone else's tragedy. And as far as from where reparations will come, I need people to stop thinking it's going to come from their tax dollars. Look at all the trillions that America spends right now. We talk about inflation, the invisible tax. We have something called the PPP loans. Do we remember the PPP loans? America spent $6 trillion on PPP loans. You know what they just did? They canceled all of it. and we didn't even know. America gave the corporations, the banks alone, $29 trillion. You know what they did with that? They canceled all of it. So let's stop acting as if America is as hamstrung by debt as they want to pretend. Because when America wants to pay for something, they find a way to do it. And truth be told, the corporations, again, aren't hurting. The defense manufacturers aren't hurting. It's only Americans who are hurting. And that is a choice. We all know it's a choice. That's why we're running for office, because we know this country can do better. So I refuse to accept that this country can't do right by a people they've wronged for centuries. And I refuse to accept that any justice-minded person thinks that's the right thing to do. My dear Nana was a...
God damn it.
He was saying how, and you heard him, how his grandfather remembered. Like I was saying, my great-grandmama was alive. I know the stories my great-grandmama said. Ain't none of my great-grandparents, ain't nobody said nothing about they family came over on no damn boat. They were here, and their land was taken, their land was used, and that's why you had the freedmen and freedmen. And when his grandparents came home from the war, white people were getting land, benefits, and they still left us out. No matter what we do for this damn country, they find a way to leave us out as black people. And I'm sick of people like Kamala, Sonny Holston, and all these half a drop, a speck of black people coming in here, making it off of our backs in the blood that our grandparents bled, and then telling us what to do. I lay my plane. I know, Pablo, you in here.
You're a racist.
Get a glimpse of you, so go ahead and say what you're gonna say.
Can we take a moment of?
Wonderful.
Can we take a moment of silence for the Black Democrats, because it's time to officially recognize Black Democrats as the enemy of Black America. Whether you are from the diaspora or born and raised here, Black Democrats are the enemy of Black America. Why do I say that? Let's look at Marcel Dixon, for example, which I personally know the guy. There is no reason why Marcel Dixon, with what he's running on, should not have been elected the first time he ran. Why is he not elected? Because Black Democrats want to keep Jim Clyburn in office. Same thing they did to us here in California. These jigaboos are Sambos and Benedict Arnolds, and a lot of us just don't want to accept that. We keep voting off of skin color, but it's time to recognize all skin folk ain't kinfolk, because there is no reason why Marcel Dixon only got 5,000 votes.
It's called voter fraud, and we know that they do it. That's why
you said 5,000. God damn it.
Ain't no way black people, that's why they put these people up. Ain't no way black people heard how this man talk and want to fight for us, and then they decide, oh no, they got black folks walking around. No, we don't want we don't want no reparations. We wants to keep working.
You know, I would have said that if I haven't personally seen it and experienced it. Yeah. Black Democrats literally have train wrecked reparations. Look at everything we've been posting about here in California. Black Democrats literally killed reparations.
Yep. And then they got black people walking around. We don't need. Then you got the black people that sit up here. They can't give us reparations. Y'all stupid if y'all believe reparations, but we watch them ship out billions and billions of our dollars to everybody else. We watch them ship these people in and give them billions and billions of dollars. But you got black people, the ridiculous black people, saying they not gonna never give us reparations, so you just gonna lay down and take it.
Remember what we said, and this is another reason why I'm saying this, is that private Zoom call when they anointed Kamala Harris against the wishes of all other Democrats. 44,000 black women on a Sunday, followed by that Monday, 21,000 black men. That small group is in control of Black America politically. And that's why we're in political insolvency, because they don't want reparations. They want positions and accolades for massa. They don't want reparations for shadow slavery. They want something different than we want. Our problem is we are struggling with separating from them and calling them out.
Exactly. I ain't scared to call them out, because all the kinfolk ain't skinfolk. Everybody black ain't for you.
I'm looking for the separation.
Gatekeepers of slavery.
I literally just had a personal exchange with Judas Isaac Bryan out here in Africatown, and he talking about he do the work for his hometown, for meaning Africatown and all that. And I'm like, Negro, throwing Christmas events and giving out free turkeys for the holidays. Those are band-aids. Those are trinkets. That's not doing the work. I told him doing the work is dealing with reparations, dealing with our problems. You giving away free turkeys while Negroes are dying in the same park that you giving out the turkeys in because of homelessness. I mean, come on now. I mean, and that's the main Negro who killed reparations here in California. Didn't want them to bring the bill up.
Wow.
And it's time to stop. And he gets on Instagram and he brags about, I got so many such and such supporters. So he thinks he's going to coast his way to re-election despite what he's done. So he was that arrogant to say, you know what? Yes, I took the paycheck from Massa and I sunk reparations, and I'm going to waltz into the election, and you Negroes are going to re-elect me. That's how arrogant he is.
And then on top of it, let's talk about Kamala. That's the same way. They were so arrogant. The Democrats were so arrogant. Kamala didn't even go through the primaries. Nobody got a chance to vote for her. That would be like we voting for Obama and everybody giving campaign money to Obama, and Obama turn around and hand it to Joe Biden and say, now this is who you voting for. She got in unfair, and then they want her to go down in history. Oh, it's the first Black president. Okay, then why are we not calling her the first woman and the first Black vice president?
You know, and the crazy part is this anointing was done against the wishes of both Joe Biden and Obama. So that goes to show you how far they will twist the arm and force something down your throat that you don't want.
The question is why though? Why? Because they know Black people, have you not realized yet? You are the majority and the vote lies in your hand. They already listened to the clues. Joe Biden said a long time ago, America is doomed. She's doomed because white people are dying off. If you Google it right now, white people are dying more than they're having childbirth. That's why this women's right is coming up again. It's not to stop Black people from having abortions. No. It's to stop white women from having abortions because they want to get their population back up. And then what did they always do?
They scrub that off the internet. I wouldn't be surprised if they scrub that. If you think about it.
Yeah. And it's a joke. And then back to what you saying, Pablo, with the turkeys and stuff. You got Black people doing what they do, and these gatekeepers of the slavery, they do just like on like slaves was. Slaves worked like dogs, barely made it through the year, and then on Christmas, that was the best time of the year because they would get new clothes. You ain't.
And what else? And what else did they do? You see Harriet at the exit of the plantation waving the pistol, and these Negroes want to sabotage you, talk you into staying on the plantation, want to snitch on you. That's what the Black Democrats do, especially the politicians.
Black people are scared. They want you to fear Trump policies. The problem with the policies of the Republican, I'm not saying they perfect because there's a lot of racism in there, but the point is they want to set America free to be a Republican state like it was, where the federal government is not controlling it. A lot of people are saying they're going to take away from the Department of Education. Your children are not going to have Head Start. Well, a lot of Black people would not have to need Head Start if we had enough money it made enough money and didn't have to send our women to work right after having children to have somebody else teach our children how to read or write. We would be
I just had that discussion online.
Build our own schools, but we don't have that education.
Facts.
I just had an argument online a couple of days ago, and a Negro put it on there, and I said, Negro, good if Trump pulls the plug on the school to prison pipeline. Who cares? It's not benefiting us. We're not learning our roots. We're not learning who we are. We're not learning how the people that were already indigenous, melanated people here got mixed in with those imported from Africa and all got put on the plantation. We're not learning none of that. So who cares if they pull the plug on it?
I am rooting for that. The end of this bullet said.
The thing is, people understand that Trump is a necessary evil. Unfortunately, that. But
thank you.
He's didn't be negative. I never seen. I thought I know we all, not just us, but any Black person, everybody in America. Black America would never think to this day they will see that many Black people walking away from the Democratic Party. This year, that was like, I thought it would probably be like another 10 years from now. They just, I'm in Chicago, they on cold heavy. I'm looking at a TikTok video right now. These Black women and Black men in Chicago, they ain't playing out there in Chicago. They trying to take out the whole local government, like the Brandon Johnson, the whole city council, and all of them. They trying to take all of them out. They like, no, we want this whole thing flipped. So.
How do you even explain the fact like these Negroes trying to push this fear narrative of Project 2025? Negro, if police didn't already have immunity and impunity to do whatever they want to do to us, we wouldn't be having George Floyd riots and protests. We wouldn't having Sandra Bland. We wouldn't be having all these names. I mean, we've been doing this for how long? Just with Black Lives Matter alone, how many of these candlelight vigils had and all these things that we have, and not one of the cops have been prosecuted? I mean, come on, they already have immunity.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. They make you fear something that you already live.
But listen, though, the crazy part about it, I talked about it before. Papa, you probably know. Y'all heard about the Heritage Fund wrote the Project 2025 thing. They're the same people who wrote the Obamacare in 1989. So they gave Kamala
and guess
Harris,
who they endorsed for president?
Exactly.
Yeah, guess who the person in charge of Project 2025 endorsed for president? Hint, hint. It ain't Trump. It ain't Jill Stein. It's not Cornel West.
It was Kamala, yeah. Kamala, yep.
No, it was Kamala. I thought they endorsed Obama too.
They might have did. They did the Obamacare. I'm pretty sure they did.
Now let's go back to the clues. Come on, gang. Like the Scooby Doo. Let's look at the clues. Why would the Democrats push out a whole supposed to be black woman? And they know because they thought that we were going to come out in droves as being ignorant and vote for her so that they can keep doing what you hear them saying. You want to keep black people down because the Democrats make most of their money off the pipe to prison line. I mean, the school to prison line, and that these schools fill the prisons, and the people like us that work, because I have a son in prison, fill the pockets of the prison because they still see. You think prison is that they get in there and take care of them and they get school. No. They got to buy tissue, soap, deodorant, and food. So it's not like you thinking. And the states are giving them that. So you got to keep, the Democrats want to keep their pockets filled because the Dixiecrats came from the darn KKK. I got another clip I want to play. I want y'all to listen. It's pretty long, but I want you to listen to this woman. She's a black woman. And then we can be getting up out of here and wrapping it up. Here it goes.
Today, after I finished my day job, I went to go clean a house for this woman. I had never cleaned for this woman before, and I knew that she was going to try to talk to me because she was very friendly. And let me set this up for y'all. You know, when I come in, I'm in my uniform, and so we're talking about my day job at Chick-fil-A, you know, and everybody likes to tell me how they like the food, which is great food, and I don't mind. But, you know, I came straight to her house, so we're talking about this, and I asked her if I could change into my, you know, my cleaning clothes, and she's like, sure, and she introduces me to her husband and her granddaughter. Yay, everything's cool. But then they left, and she just wants to start talking, and I knew Kamala was going to come up because we're alone. I'm a black woman. This is Austin, Texas. I knew it, and she did not fail to deliver. Sure enough, she smiled at me and said, aren't you excited about Kamala?
That's crazy.
No, I'm not. And I tried my best not to roll my neck too much and frown up and look like I was smelling onions. But it was really hard. And I'm not sure I succeeded. Actually, I know I didn't. Because I told her that not only did I not support Kamala, that the Democrats are the party that started the Klan. She tried to argue with me that the parties switched. And I've heard this goofy argument many times from many other liberals and Democrats that the parties have switched. When? Because after they got rid of Lincoln, the Democrats took control and Jim Crow went into effect. That is history. They got rid of Lincoln. After they did that, Jim Crow went into effect. It was a Democratic president. The Democrats had control. They were upset that slavery was over and done with. So when did this party switch? Where was the switch? Because Jim Crow went on. I went to history.com to look up when did Jim Crow end. Jim Crow laws named after a black minstrel show character. The laws, which existed for about 100 years, from the post-Civil War era until 1968, were meant to marginalize African Americans by denying them the right to vote, hold jobs, get an education, or other opportunities. That was them. That was the people that's why they got rid of Lincoln, so that Reconstruction would never take place. Anyway, there was no switch of the parties, is my point, and I'm tired of everybody trying to alter history. That this is the truth. The truth is the Klan was founded because they didn't want Reconstruction to take place. The Jim Crow laws were all them. Anyway, I digress. That woman then proceeded to tell me that from an educational standpoint, she just thought that the Democrats were so great. I told her they're having struggle sessions in schools. I am part of Moms for Liberty. I know that in the schools, they are teaching the children that one child assaults the other one. We need to now sit down and we need to talk. Those two people, the assaulter and the assaultee, need to sit down and then have a conversation about what did one do to provoke the other one to attack them. This is real. This is not a joke. And so, and when you say these things to him, she just looked at me, just blankly. I said, and men beating up women, I'm supposed to get on board with that? I mean, there's so many things. And she was just looking at me blankly. She had nothing to say. I had to be quiet because, again, I'm in her house. But I'm just like, you know, if you can say to me that you think that I support her, then I get to say whatever I wanted to support. I mean, what? Because your husband is white, do I get to say, I don't know, I thought he was a Trump supporter. He's white. I'm so sick and tired of the assumption from white, especially liberal women. Whenever they get along, they always want to try to talk like, you know, aren't we buddies? Aren't we on the same side? You know, me and you, girl, we both like Kamala. No, we don't. We don't. I said I was going to be calm when I tried to make this video, and I guess this is about as calm as it gets, because it just makes my blood boil that they get to assume that they know anything about me. Oh, I even asked her about the rally that Harris had in Atlanta. I said, do you know about that? And she was excited. Yeah. I said, do you know anything about Megan Thee Stallion's lyrics? Do any of those lyrics you think are appropriate for a political convention of any sort? She said, I don't know about her lyrics. I don't even know what to say. I was fuming. All I know is today I was glad that I could be cleaning so I could be getting out my anger, you know, sweeping the floor real hard, because I was just done. After listening to her and talking to her, I just thought, and these are the we got voting.
That's it. Did you hear her history lesson about Jim and the
powerful?
She killed it, man. She killed it. Yeah.
That was powerful. She said all she needed to say.
Yes, because everybody is mad because Black people are thinking for themselves. The whole point of racism and slavery was to stop us from reading, stop us from being educated, to have us depend on the government so that they can keep slavery. That's why they got rid of Lincoln. That's why they created the Democratic Party, and then they ushered us over because they want us to, wait a minute, y'all Black people are thinking, y'all having opinions, y'all really care about yourselves, because they have portrayed the stereotype so long that we don't care about our kids, ourselves. We don't care about nothing. That's what they want. But no matter how poor they try to keep us in American society, because we're not poor at all, because we have the intellectual property to build anything, and they know it. That's why they want to keep us under their hands. I keep telling you, white people are attached to our ribs, because without us, they have nothing. And that's what the Democratic Party is. The Republican Party is just the white people that say, hey, just get it how you live. They don't want to repair the Black community, but they want to put the Black community up right where the white people at, and they already done got head starts. The Chinese done got, Asians done got head starts. The Jews done got head starts. Everybody done got a head start but us. So the only problem with Trump policies is that we are not prepared to be on our own, because we don't even understand how the system works. But we're going to have to get out here and swim, because the way we used to be taught to swim as Black people, you get pushed in the pool, you better swim and swing your arms in and fight for your damn life. That's what we're going to be at with Trump. I land my plane.
And we have to remember, too, though, that despite how, you know, it's being pushed, there is more than two parties. We understand how they've been able to dominate, you know, for all these years. But as we are becoming more aware and more focused on what is important, this is a time to really strategize and not just have these conversations, but strategize on how we can break away from either of these parties. When we talk against the Democratic Party, we're not saying that the Republican Party is doing right by us. We're not saying that. If we're saying that we're not rocking with Kamala, it does not mean that we're quote unquote Trump supporters. You have to stop and think to yourself, if you couldn't see these people and all you heard was their policies, first of all, what are your policies? What do you think about women's rights, about abortion, about, you know, housing, about tax? What do you think about all these things? And then you decide who you're rocking with. We have to stop allowing people to manipulate us and control us like they've done so well with so much ease. And I'll land my plane there.
That is why I say that Cornel West is still an option to get rid of all this nonsense. Let him do it.
Well, that's right. And Cornel West is just going to have to link up with black groups, just like we are with the UEOA. That's who we need to reach out to so that we can bring him to the table, that we can bring other black groups to the table so that we can make the third party, the Green Party or whatever they call it, more popular than the Democratic Party. Because our people think, well, if I don't vote for the Democratic Party, Trump going to win. Why is it if you don't vote for the Republican Party, Kamala's going to win? Just look at how
like this, because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. That's why things are the way they are, because we know we were supposed to be doing, period, point blank. Stop worrying about the next person and you do what you know is right, period.
Yes, it's a party out there for us. We don't have to be with the Democrats or nothing. It might not be this year, but I hope after this year it show black people, let's get together and go to the other party, period.
We are the party. We are the party, y'all. Y'all see how they keep
exactly.
We are the party.
We are the party. And that is it. And what else did she say? She said something like they assume we're going to vote for Trump. I mean, vote for Kamala because she's black. Just like, should we assume everybody that's white going to vote for Trump? See how there's the unspoken racism. Everything lays on our backs to keep America up and going. And they doing everything. Just like the campaign manager I played earlier, the Latino one. Who do you show Kamala surrounds herself with? Black that's speaking what we want. You heard what the Latinos want, the Asians want, and everything. So Kamala is supposed to represent us, but she's not saying what we want, and that's the problem. We have no representation except for people like Marcel Dixon and those of like him. I don't care about what's her name, Issa Rae or whatever her name. All these other half black people running around representing the black race, because that what is her name, Angela Rye? She's not even fully black. She's not from America, if I'm not mistaken. She came to America, but her family has roots everywhere else. I'm not saying everybody black in America don't have roots everywhere else. The problem is black people in America are the only people that's been suffering under America for generations. Everybody else done came in and they treat black people this way, but we have been at the bottom of it. Our grandparents. So we got to represent
because you black with a relevant looking face don't make you charge of us. It just makes you kind of like
we always need a slave master, like we always need a hopping bot from life.
Like blackface, like they in black, yeah, right? No, we don't need that. Thank you, but no. And why don't you let the white people? Why don't let the white people come tell us that? Why don't the white people come tell us? Why don't they come tell us that?
So we said it in the beginning. I had arguments because I was with the NAACP. I was with a lot of people. Everybody turned their backs. Be like, "What's wrong with you? We got to vote blue no matter who." No, I've been telling them like, no. Every rundown ghetto, everything that black people have been going through, every rule that's been written against us, the black codes and all that came from the Democratic Party. What is so hard for them to understand that? Because you're not used to thinking. Put your thinking caps on, black people, as they used to tell you in school. I need you to put on your thinking cap, and I need you to start reading, and I need you to start Googling, and I need you to start reading a little bit more. Then I need you to cross-reference what you read. And if you come across a word you don't understand, I need you to look that damn word up and find out the definition, because I need you to go look up the names of people and then look up dates and let's put this jigsaw puzzle together, because that's what's happening right now. Black people
write it down.
Yes, write it down. Black people are walking away from the Democratic Party because that is our thorn in our side. When we pull this thorn out and start stitching ourselves up, we'll be better off. I'm not saying Trump is the best, but Trump is going to only be the one. You know how, like when you a baby, you have to, the parents say, no, don't hold him. Let him walk. Let him walk. When you fall, don't pat them, because they got to learn to walk. We got to start learning to walk, and that's what Trump comes in at. I ain't saying he the best, but the policies that's coming gonna make you get off your BLK ass and start doing for yourself. And then when you start doing for yourself, you're gonna find out you can't do it by yourself, and you're gonna have to turn to the next black person. We gotta go back. The tables always gotta turn. It always got to turn. The mirror always got to reflect what's on the other side. We got to start back sticking together because that's how it was in the beginning. And I land my plane.
Good word. I got a new slogan for the vote blue no matter who. If you keep being told what to do, you a damn fool.
Let's get some t-shirts and put it on the thing, because I just wait for after this election, because if Kamala wins, you know that Trump is right about how they do the votes. They rigging it up. They're doing everything they could. And I want Black people to answer that question. Why is it? It's not about Kamala. It's not about making history. They don't care, or they would be talking about reparations. It's about them staying in power. It's about them letting the police keep getting away with what they're going to do. Only reason that Trump and a lot of these people always pander to the police is because they got to get that majority vote. And we don't say it. So it's out of our hands. It's time to start walking, Black people. We've been crawling. Your knees are bleeding. The meat is going on your knees. We on the bone. We on the patella. It's about reaching your cartilage. It's time to stand up and start walking on your own. And that's basically what the Republican Party do. Stop being scared of the policies and understand what the policies are doing. They're taking the problem, they're taking the money out the state hands and putting it in the hands of the federal government. And we're going to have to stick together as real groups, not groups that's trying to get money so that we can buy flashy things and pretend that we're not suffering under the racism of America. We need to start sticking together so that we can get some of that federal money and start building schools, building colleges, building trade schools, and sticking together, building real neighborhoods. Again, I land my plane, and we can wrap this up if y'all want to say the last words.
I want to say this real quick. And get brought good live. Shout out to the UEOA, always bringing that heat. I've been looking at a lot of our senior citizens, a lot of our baby boomers, older Black people who've been stepping away from that party. I was very shocked to see so many Black people, older Black people, baby boomers, that's walking away from the Democratic Party. And one sister in Chicago, she like, listen, I was in the Jim Crow South. She moved to Chicago, but she from Mississippi. So y'all can't tell me. She said, I've been through all that, but she said, but this Democratic Party, the stuff they pushing, I think that's what a lot of Black people who supposed to be heavy in the church, they're not really right with that whole transgender thing, and all that crap. They walking away from that. So yeah. I mean, I think it's going to be a tight election. I think Georgia might be. I think Trump going to win Georgia, but it's going to be tight still. They're going to, because it's like Georgia's like like between Atlanta, DeKalb County, Fulton County. That's like all Black, and that's like big as hell. Them counties are big, so it's like all them supporting. But I think it's going to be Trump going to pretty much take all of it. I don't think that. Your girl got a chance, and just think it was next week, right? Next week is the election, so I don't know if we're gonna do a actual.
We got 2 more weeks, right?
2 more weeks, yeah. It's November the 5th. So are we gonna do a live? Like that'll be dope.
Yeah, we'll do a live.
So a lot of people gonna be, a lot of people are doing it. So I guess it'd be only fair for us to do it. I'll let my plane.
We'll do a live.
Have you all noticed we have not heard Kamala do an Asian accent? She's done all these accents. I still got time for her to drop an Asian accent. I am so excited to hear what that sounds like.
You know what, Angie, you on point. I never heard she talked Black American, she talked Jamaican and some other. You better think a union member. You better think of. Get the hell out of here.
And a lot of people think we're bashing Kamala. No, the thing is, when you came out and expected my vote without giving me a tangible, without thinking about my children, my generation, about my situation in America, and you came out and expected a vote from me and my Black family because you are Black, that's what put her on the chopping board. We already know Trump. Trump was president before. Do we not remember? And my pockets was better. The groceries were better.
I even go deeper than that. Like, who supported her in 2020 when she was running? Did anybody know her?
Nobody, baby.
Austin, y'all love her, and be doing it with the Chuck Taylors and Pearls and shit again. And she's man, it's chick. See, I mean,
it's not Chucks and Pearls. What are you talking about? It's almost Thanksgiving time. Y'all vote for Kamala, And then y'all go get y'all little cup of greens that she's washed out in the bathtub for y'all when y'all done. She's got a whole bathtub of greens waiting to hand out to y'all.
Not the bathtub.
Please get y'all's greens.
Look, her husband's a small hat, right?
No, thank you.
Her husband's a real estate agent. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Her husband, he a real estate agent, small hat. They say he got some dealings with BlackRock. So everybody know BlackRock, the one pretty much run everything. So they say that he in partnership with them. So that makes sense on a lot of stuff too. But yeah, you never see her with him really. You know what I'm saying? Like you never, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, something strange. That's arranged type marriage. You know what I'm saying? And it's arranged marriage and
you got to watch the Candace Owens thing. Like, I don't care like what anybody thinks about Candace Owens. This woman is she's the only one that has broke down Kamala Harris's her history, her ancestry. And like, you are not gonna find you're not gonna find what you think you're gonna find. Okay.
Exactly.
And the fact that she lied about it, and everybody said, well, politicians lie, yada yada. Like, she's really been toting around here in blackface. Like, it is so disgusting. So, like, I really encourage you all to go to Candace Owens' page and watch it from the beginning to the end. And like, she just keeps unraveling stuff. She's been talking to Kamala's family that has called her out on her lies. People that have grew up with their family. So like, y'all are dealing with someone on a whole nother level. This is not a political lie. Like, this lady, she is the imposter in the worst way. I don't know, that chameleon thing is a whole nother level to that now. It's so disgraceful. Like, don't ever call this woman a black woman. Please don't. Please.
Exactly.
I'm gonna let my plane is done. I'm done.
If you lie about who you are, you can lie about anything.
Exactly.
She don't know. Maybe she got schizophrenia or bipolar. I mean, she's running through accents like she's on the Tyler Perry set. I don't know what's happening. So maybe she doesn't know. Maybe she's just as confused as Joe. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Oh no.
Well, I heard through my comment section that people said if Trump win, the Epstein list is coming out. They said if Trump lose, they were supposed to be blowing places up. So I don't know what's going on. That's why I say get rid of red and blue, vote for Cornel West.
Exactly. The other party. Let's get shirts ready. Let's build the other party stronger. Make the other party great again.
Yes.
Don't forget about Jill Stein too.
Yes, I like Jill Stein. I know people say Cornel West, but Jill Stein, they sleep on her. Jill Stein has been talking about reparations and everything we want to hear for a long time. And if she probably ran Democratic, she will probably get a little bit more. But those are the people we need to reach out to. Cornel West and Jill Stein, one president, one vice president. But that's the type of people we need.
She has a black man running with her. She has an actual black man running with her.
Exactly. Like Kamala, you want us to vote for you black, but you went and picked you didn't care about black men going down in history. You went and picked a white man as your running mate. You picked a white man as your husband. You got white families. You ain't got no kids. You ain't adopt no little black kids out here. You ain't dealt with nothing black in America but ding-a-ling. Excuse me, and I land my plane.
God damn it. And yeah,
that's what I heard. I heard she played with the stick to get where she was at, but I'm not.
Now, Queen, don't be like Janet Jackson and get canceled saying what you heard. That's what I heard.
Look,
it's allegedly.
Ask Montel Williams. He'll let you know.
Damn.
A lot of people done slept their way to the top. If you did what you had to do, then hey, you did what you had to do. I'm not saying she slept her way, but they try to make it look like she done did all this greatness. Nobody heard about Kamala until she came out with her. What made Kamala famous is the bad stuff she did to black people. So, maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe I'm looking wrong. That's what we heard, but I didn't know nothing about it until I heard about her truancy programs and the things she was doing to black people in California. So,
and even that side don't even talk about the good things that she's done.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that? I'm just saying.
I need my groceries to be affordable again. Let's wrap it up.
It's the day of reckoning.
Peace.
Peace, y'all.
Peace.
Like, share, and follow.
All that.
Good night.
Good night.